we know in these tournaments you have these little ebbs and flows. 100% normal, but you want to do this towards the end. So it's at that time now where we've...
It's got to get to the peak again.
No, we just got to do this again. You don't have to worry about the peak. The peak will take care of itself.
Right, just this.
Just this.
Just this.
Yeah.
Credit B presents Game Day. Hi there, my name is Danish and RCB is heading into the business end of the tournament, which makes every game very, very important for us. Our next game is up against CSK, and this is a different CSK from the one we played against the last time around, because this time Captain Cool, MS Dhoni, is back as the leader of this pack. Right behind me, the boys are doing some fielding practice, and it's important we catch those 2 points in this game.
यार कमाल है आजकल सब इंस्टेंट है.
Not everything भाई, लोन्स लेने में हफ्ते लग जाते हैं.
नहीं भाई, अब लोन भी इंस्टेंट है.
Credit B, loans anytime, anywhere.
Mike, we're playing some very important games up next. Do you prep the team in a different way, or is it the same process and formula that you've followed so far?
Well, I think we got some confidence out of the last game in terms of some things that we did a lot better. But I think it also showed us that in order for us to play our best cricket in all three departments, we just got to look for that little extra point of difference.
Now CSK has found form in their top order, so have we. So where do you think the difference is going to come? Is it going to be the middle order? Is it going to be the bowlers? Which one of these is going to contribute to a team winning at the end of a draw like this?
Oh look, our middle over bowling has been the best in the competition, so we know that that's an area that's worked well. We know in the power play that against any side, if you're able to take at least a couple of wickets, you can slow down the middle again, and you can create some pressure that way. So certainly with the ball, that's the way we're looking to operate. It's how we're going to do that against CSK. We know their strengths. We've got to try and apply pressure in different ways.
Faf, we're at a very critical juncture in our run in this tournament, and there is a coach, but when you're on the field there are 10 different individuals besides you. So does your role become not just the captain but also the coach at some level, because you need to motivate people?
Yes, it does. I think that's always a big part of any leader's job, is you have to wear multiple hats, whether it's picking guys up when they're low, individually as a team, when you're on a high, to make sure that you don't get too far ahead of yourselves, or even just guys at practice, making sure that they keep believing in themselves. So I think, that's part and parcel of what we all do, and it's something that is important right now. Obviously we've played 3 games, 2 games that wasn't to the best of our ability, and the previous game I thought we played some really good cricket, but we were up against a team that, when those small things in the game, generally falls to the teams that are in good form, have high confidence, and that's what happened. There was real small margins in the previous game that LBW just pitched outside leg. I mean, I can think of David Miller just missing the stumps by this much. Even the no ball in front of the stumps. All stuff like that is those small margins in the game when you've got to fight to find that momentum towards your side. And that's the crucial thing about T20 cricket, is when you have momentum, keep it. And when you start losing momentum, is how quickly can you get it back. So that's obviously where we are today.
So you're going out tomorrow for the toss with an old friend who's back in the leadership seat. Are you surprised that this happened, or is MS just the natural one?
I'm surprised that it's happened in season, but I'm also surprised that it happened the way that it did in the start of the season. So it's 2 surprises just almost cancelling each other out. I mean, obviously there's no secret there that when MS is there, and when he is captain, he does get the best out of the players.
Yeah.
That's been a big part of CSK's success. So that's a challenge for us to make sure that that's not a factor tomorrow.
Josh, you've got the difficult job of bowling in the death, and sometimes plans can go haywire if the batsman's in a very different zone. How do you keep yourself calm in a situation like that?
I think have a mindset as one ball, individual ball by itself every time rather than the whole over. So it's just focusing on that one ball, really focusing on it and nailing what you've come up with, what the plan is, and trying to execute that. If you execute it, great. If you don't, then it's the next ball and then you go again. So I think you can sort of lose track if you're trying to sequence the whole over in your head. You've got two different batters down each end. So yeah, I think keeping in the moment, I would say.
So to draw a parallel, if one was to do, say, stand-up comedy, they'd go up with a written script and then there's improvisation, which happens on the spot. Which one of these do you follow?
I think you've got to follow both. In T20 cricket, I think you can prepare everything for the next game, but then the wicket, what you're playing on might be totally different. There might be a big side with some wind or whatever it is, and it's just, again, you've got to improvise on the spot. So it's about meshing it together and trying to find that right balance.
Josh, you've played with CSK and now you're a part of RCB. Does RCB have a little bit of a chip on its shoulder?
I don't think so. I think the balance of our team is really good this year. I think we've got strengths across the whole board, spin, quicks, and our batting. So, and we've seen that at different stages throughout the whole tournament. And now it's about just putting that perfect game together. So, yeah, hopefully next game.
At the end of this massive practice session, Team RCB heads all the way to Pune for our next important game. And it's important that you support the team in this period, which is really critical and crucial. So go ahead, 12th Man Army, put on that RCB jersey and watch us play against CSK on Hotstar and Star Sports.